Shalom. Giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem El Shai Bashem Rakakodash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, Where the Worm Dieth Not and the Fire is Not Quenched, is not hell. IUIC goes off again. And I may, modify the title. But anyway, what I'm going to do is, this is what Yahweh Shai said in Mark 9:44, 46 verse, and the 48 verse. Where the worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. Where the worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. Where the worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. Let me open that up. Give you a verse or two. I'm going to make this quick. There's no such thing as an eternal hell where your soul burns in forever. Jake, Israelite, will not burn in hell forever, neither will Edomites or any of the nations. Okay, and if thy hand offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into life or the kingdom main than having two hands to go into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched. Now, if you go to, matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. And I'm going to show you the video. Let me see. Let me go here to the let me go to the commentary. And put it Mark K. Commentary. This is a Christian Roman Catholic doctrine. Okay, so this is Bible Hub. Into hell. Is the valley of Hinnom, where they burn dead animals and garbage and so forth in the land of Palestine. So Gehenna has nothing to do with an eternal hell. To distinguish it from the other word, Hades. Hades just means grave, pit or grave. Also translated hell. Let me see, Matthew 5:22. Okay, let's see what Cambridge says. Okay, let me go right here. Into hell, literally the Gehenna. If you look up Gehenna is a garbage dump where they burn dead animals and garbage in the land of Israel. The Gehenna fire. The ravine of Hinnom. So that's what that means. That word hell or hellfire in the New Testament translates into the word Gehenna, which is the ravine or the valley of Hinnom, also called Topeth. 2 Kings 23:10. And he defiled Topeth, which is Hinnom, which is in the valley of the children of Hinnom, that no man might make his son, his daughter to pass through the fire to Molech. So they were burning them, their children, because they're following these gods. Isaiah 30 verse 33. For Topeth is ordained of old, yes, for the king, it's hard to read these words, it's so small. It is prepared, he has made it deep and large, the pile thereof is fire and much wood. The breath of the Lord, like a stream of brimstone, doeth kindle it. It has nothing to do with the eternal hell. Joshua also explains it as on the south. They're not even saying hell, an eternal place. I'm trying to go right to it. Yeah, they were burning. Israel was following the other gods' nations, and they were sacrificing their children. Molech and Chemosh, which is the god of the Moabites. Nothing on an eternal hell. Ravine, which is the ravine or the valley of Hinnom, Gehenna, to put it into the abomination of the people of Joshua. These inhuman rites and subsequent ceremony defilement caused the latter Jews to regret it with horror and detestation, and they applied the name given to the valley, the place of torment. They said this, okay, this is the place of torment. You read this whole thing again nice and slow, and has nothing to do with an eternal hell. That's a old wives' tale. That's a fable. Come on back to so let me come back over here. I'm not going to make this long. By the way, this is a quote from Yahushua, and it had nothing to do with an eternal hell. So the IUIC is clearly going off. It says Mark 9:44, where their worm dieth not, and their fire is not quenched. If you're in hell, no, it's a spiritual hell. So there's gonna be physical worms or spiritual worms. Because if the worms ain't going to be eating you, because they're going to be on fire too. It said, where their worm dieth not, meaning death. It's a poetic way of saying death. The only thing that's alive in that coffin are those damn worms. And the fire is not quenched. This fire is talking about Babylon on fire. It says the same exact thing in the 46th verse and the 48th verse. Now this is where it was actually said by Isaiah 66 verse 24. And if anybody's teaching that this is an actual eternal hell, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is not dealing with them. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, and their worms shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh. This goes hand in hand with Ezekiel chapter 39, dead bodies. Joel 2, dead bodies. What is that, 19 verse, 20th verse? This has nothing to do with an eternal hell. Isaiah was not talking about an eternal hell. When Yahushua was quoting or reiterating what Isaiah said in Isaiah 60:24, Isaiah didn't understand what was going on. Yahushua understood that this is that nuclear war that's going to take place on Babylon. The place that the fire will not be quenched is Babylon, not an eternal hell. So now let's go to this. Fair use, fair use, fair use. So they're going off again. So listen up, I'm going to mute it, and then I'm going to get ready to close it.
That broke God's laws. Right. We going to step out and look at their bodies, and what's going to look like? For their worms shall not die.
Hey, when you die, what eats your body? But it said them worms not gonna die. I mean, they gonna always have something to eat. Because guess what? That second death, it's a spiritual death. Meaning you go.
Wait a minute. They said that the worms are gonna always have something to eat. But wait a minute. Your body's gonna be consumed, and the worms are gonna be consumed. See, if you apply common sense, you'll see right through it. These guys are obviously trained not to think. They're trained to think and not how to think. How to think. I'm sorry, they're trained how to think and not to think. So they'll never question the leader of the IUIC. He's clearly going off. Let me bring that back.
Your body. But it said them worms not gonna die. I mean, they gonna always have something to eat. Because
again, what are they gonna eat if you're burnt up? Well, it ain't actually a body, it's a spirit. So your spirit's gonna burn in hell, but there's gonna be living worms in fire that's gonna wear asbestos suits fitted for a worm, and they're gonna eat your body, which is not there because your spirit is there. Or are there spiritual worms? They're spiritual worms? Don't make sense. And Bishop Nathaniel's going to see this, and because of his pride, he's not going to accept, he's not going to change it, especially when GMS is saying it, I ain't fucking changing nothing. That's why he's going to look like a jackass, a complete jackass, when the MOTB comes. That's when these people that are following Bishop Nate, they're gonna get shooken up. So let's listen to all. Let me mute it.
Because guess what? That second death, it's a spiritual death. Meaning you gonna feel it. You not gonna just like how you die, you go to sleep now. That's not what's gonna happen there. Your spirit's gonna feel that. That worm gonna continue to eat.
Bring it out.
Bring it out. But the worm's gonna stay. It's a physical worm eating flesh. And whose flesh? You got a spirit now. Your body is not there. It's a spirit. What is worms eat your flesh when you're in the coffin? That's why after a certain amount of your body decomposes through what? Through parasites and worms. Because your immune system shuts down. See, we have parasites all around us, inside of us. But what stops it is our diet to build the immune system. So when you die, your immune system does not work anymore, but the parasites and the worms, they still do what they do, and they eat in your flesh. That's why it's after so long, the body's a skeleton. Come on, man. Here it is, 2024, you still teaching fairy tales. And a Roman Catholic fairy tale at that.
You gonna go through that forever.
Right.
Forever.
Right.
We think that's a fairy tale. Did he not just read?
Wait a minute. Forever, ever? Forever? Forever, ever? Forever, forever, ever? Forever, ever? That means 1 trillion years from now. That's just a second. 1 trillion years, and that's a long time too. 1 trillion years, that's you just getting warmed up. If you use your brain, or let me rephrase that. If you use your head for something other than a hat rack, you can clearly see it.
Did he not just read all of this in the Bible? Did he not just read all this in the Bible? Didn't Moses say this was going to happen? How long ago was Moses?
Right.
Thousands of years ago. Did all this happen? Did we get chains on our neck?
That's right.
Did we go on slavery on ships? Were we sold to the other nations?
Right.
All those promises that God said.
Oh, another thing. Esau's not going to go into slavery because they got to go to hell because they got to serve as slaves. So guess what? I would rather be an Edomite then. If I got to burn in hell forever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. If I got to burn engulfed in spiritual flame forever, I'll say, look, let me be an Edomite. At least I'll work, I'll get some sleep, I'll be able to eat, I'll get my ass whipped, but I ain't gonna burn in flames. You see how utterly stupid this thing is. And see, Roman Catholics gonna teach, because Roman Catholics are zombies. All Roman Catholics are zombies. They have the give me a second. Oh, forgive me. Let me see. Let me just let this play.
They took place on every one of you Israelites out here. On all of our people. On me as well. And we going through them to this day. God keeps his word.
Right.
And we just heard that the scriptures say you dishonoring Christ, the black Messiah, your Lord and Savior.
Right.
First of all, he's not black, and white, so-called white people are not white. The Messiah is brown, so that's a lie right there. The black Messiah. This man's ain't black. He wearing a black coat, black beard, and brown skin. He's darker, brown skin. Why would you say the Messiah is a black? Well, they call him Christ anyway.
Y'all got an answer for me?
Yeah.
Why we put it back on? Why would we keep it on?
I got a shower not too long ago. 2 hours ago.
You say you got out the shower?
Yeah.
2 hours ago? I'm sure your head dry by now, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna read y'all something because it's important. It's important. Give me Matthew 5 and 19. It's important that we do these things because y'all want to get the kingdom of heaven, right? You want to get the kingdom of heaven? Yeah. What's the opposite of the kingdom of heaven?
Hell.
Huh?
Hell.
Say hell. What's in hell?
That's right.
Is it good things?
Jesus Christ is truth.
Jesus Christ ain't in hell, he's in heaven. Alright, look. So watch this. If you disobey the Lord, that's where you going.
That's right.
You want to miss the kingdom of heaven to keep your head covered when the scripture's coming out. We ain't saying you got to do it all day, but just while you here listening to the Bible.
There goes some more madness. These guys are lecture to people. He told a guy, I'm going to show you how fucking hypocritical these motherfuckers are. He's getting on a guy about having a hood on, and he said, why do you have a hood on? He said, because I just came out the shower 2 hours ago. He said, shouldn't your head be dry? Now, when you read the scripture, that's in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, about a man not covering his head. But then it also, in the same chapter, it says it's a shame for a man to have long hair. Why don't the IUIC get on men that have long hair? This is complete. I didn't even know they were going to say this. The IUIC they're the definition of the word hypocrisy. And then it says, cover your head when you're prophesying, praying or prophesying. Is that man praying? Is that man prophesying? No. These dudes like to lecture. You motherfuckers must like, getting yelled at and shit. You can't do this. If you got a wife, she ain't believe her, give her 6 months and cut her off. Fucking hypocrisy. Complete hypocrisy.
Watch it.
So in essence, he's saying if you don't take your hat off now, you're gonna burn in hell. Unbelievable. And like I said this before, if IUIC is so great, why ISUPK? Why ain't they leaving ISUPK to go to IUIC? Why ain't they leaving Sakari to go to the IUIC? Why ain't they leaving Wi-Fi to go to the IUIC? Why is it that nobody from GMS is leaving GMS to go with the IUIC? Well, I'll speak in behalf of the men of GMS, because if they stay with this thing in the faith, then they're part of the elect. It speaks about the deceived will not be elect. Matthew 24, the elect will not be deceived. So these guys are obviously deceived, and they're regurgitators. That's all these guys are. These guys are master regurgitators. They're going to get a wake-up call soon. When that MOTB, when they introduce the world to the MOTB, they're going to get a wake-up call. But some of them ain't going to wake up. They're just going to go ahead and take it. What do you want it to do, Bishop Nate? You want it to take it? Do what you have to do. So that means, okay, that means I can do it or not do it. I'm going to do it. And then your ass is cooked. You're going to be in that fire.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 19. Whoso therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Is taking off your hat a big thing or a small thing?
First of all, it's not a commandment. It's something that Paul said, which is from the Most High, so you're supposed to do it. If you're praying or prophesying, take your hat off. The man's not praying. The man's not prophesying. So this guy's lecturing him. These demons are lecturing this guy about, he's irked at the fact that the guy got the hat off in front of him. So in essence, he's going to go to hell. He did all kind of good husband, good father, this to help people, help old ladies across the street. You know, he might even call on the name Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. So when he sees that, he said, why am I going to hell? I did the right thing. Yes, my son, you did the right thing. But one thing you were lacking, you failed to take your hat off. So in you go in the oven, head first. Good people, this is why I call you motherfucking zombies, man. Deacon Asaph gets mad. Deacon Asaph is the head fucking zombie. He's a head fucking zombie. Oh my goodness, man. If you dudes had, if I only had a brain, the scarecrow. If I if I only had a brain. If you have your own brain, you think for yourself. You don't blindly follow people like the Yabba Dabba Do Israelites. I didn't know. Hey, I wouldn't look at. I didn't get up saying I want to get on the IUIC, but I stumbled on this video, and I'm hearing this nonsense. Babylon is going to be destroyed soon. Right, Babylon. That's the fire that shall not be quenched. In other words, nobody can put it out. It's going to go out eventually on its own. Let's listen to a little bit more of this complete madness.
It's a big thing.
It's a big thing? Is it hard to do? Is it hard to do this right here? Nah. He said it's a least commandment. I mean, it's an easy thing to do. It's an easy thing to do. Take off your hat for Jesus. That sounds like a t-shirt.
Right.
Take off your hat for Jesus. Who the fuck is Jesus? Who in the fuck is Jesus? Take off your hat. So he just broke a law. Man, I'm not going to say no. You know what? Let me listen to some more of this demonic madness. This demonic madness. And I hope you're watching. And I'm gonna hear what you got to say Saturday, Bishop Nathaniel, with your demon-filled ass. These niggas cherry-picked from the Bible. Got brothers with long-ass hair down past their back. You got braids in there. You got cornrows. You know, you got high-top fades with braids on the shit. But they ain't gonna say nothing about that. But if you got a hat on because it's cold, you're gonna burn in the fucking hell. Somebody please explain that shit to me, man. Bishop Nathaniel got a spell on you. What's that song? I got a spell on you because you're mine. Whatever the guy's name is, Dr. Buzzard, whatever the fuck is this guy's name. I know Apostle Gabar knows. But that's the dude. I got a spell on you guy. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 I got a spell on you. That's that's Nate right there. That's right. That's Dr. Buzzard, man. Or what was his name? Not Dr. Buzzard. Baron Samedi. Baron Samedi put spells, cast spells on you. You guys got a spell cast on you. And like I said, I didn't get up saying, let me go F with the IUIC. There's no way you can pull this bullshit on me, man. You know? And you and Bishop Kanai, you a smart man. You believe this bullshit? Huh? Come on.
Take your hat off for Jesus. Read.
And shall teach men so.
When you don't do it, you rebelling against God. You know, you teach other young men that may look up to you, older gentlemen. You teaching them that it's okay to do that. There's no problem with that.
Right.
Y'all ever been in the courthouse? Traffic ticket, other things? Y'all keep that hat on in there? Y'all see how that's twisted?
Right.
I want you to think about that. You show that type of reverence and respect for the white man.
So this guy, this guy's not sincere. You know, we make videos, myself, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ricard, Apostle Rhyme and the bishops and the elders. We watch certain videos that these men in IUIC teach, and some of them you can see that they're speaking from the heart and they're sincere. This guy's not sincere at all. He's not sincere. He's not sincere at all. He's on a power trip. His thing is, let me see how long it's going to take me to get this nigga to take his hat off. This has nothing to do. And why you going through all this stuff about getting a man to take the hat off? You could be teaching.
The same person that's enslaved your people,
right.
The same person gives you poor education,
right.
The same person is putting drugs and wickedness and whoredom in your community,
right.
The same person make you work that slave 9-to-5 job, Then you got Jesus Christ, the black Messiah, who's going to save you out of that. If you give him obedience, you can't take your hat off for him,
right.
For 15 minutes. Y'all see, what are we doing?
This Negro's definitely on a power trip. Now tell me, Apostle Gabar, is this man sincere? Tell me, Apostle Ricard Gabar, Apostle Ryan Lob, the bishops, the elders. Tell me, Elder Manatazakbar. Tell me, Elder. There's so many. Yashawamba, Elder Monaghan, Elder Karatazar Bar, any of y'all. I just threw out a bunch of names. Elder Kazak. Please tell me that this man is a sincere man. There's nothing to say. This nigga's on a power trip, man. This dude is clearly on a power trip. His thing is, let me see how long I can get this nigga to take his fucking hat off, because it's irking me. Then he gonna tell him, if you wear, in essence, if you wear a hat and you're a man, you're going to hell. Let's listen to some more of this demonic madness.
What are we doing? Finish the scripture.
He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
It says you're going to be the least. So you're going to be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. It's not saying you're going to be in there. It said you're going to be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Meaning the people that are inside the kingdom, because they obeyed the Lord, they're going to be like, dang, man, them brothers should have listened.
Right.
He on fire because he wouldn't take his hat off.
Right.
If you
I'm gonna stop right about now, because I'm about to smack this monitor off the damn table. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to utterly, completely annihilate the IUIC. And if there's any elect, sincere men that are the elect, they're going to come out of that. This is complete madness. This is demonic activity in the highest form. This dude is clearly on it. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. This guy is full of pride. He's not sincere. which means he's not of the elect. He's on a power trip. He's clearly on a power trip. And like I said, these guys don't, the scriptures say, come and let us reason together. These guys don't reason. What they do is they lecture at people. Anyway, I'm not gonna say, if y'all want to watch the rest of this, because I'm ready to kick the fucking monitor off the table, man. I can only stand 4 minutes and 32 seconds. If y'all want to watch the rest of this madness, be my guest. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one.